Haha. Services must have just ended as they haven't gotten around to putting the Torah away yet.
I can't believe they're just leaving it here for anyone to come in and take it. They must have dozens of them in a back room somewhere.
I couldn't steal a Torah from another man's synagogue. Besides, it was too heavy. A large, tasteful stained glass window surveyed the synagogue from its high vantage point.
I suppose it's okay.
Several of the photos showed a group of children sitting around a table. Two men flanked the children, smiling at the camera like they'd just won the lottery. A caption read, J. Silver and E. Goldberg on duty at the Beth Tikva Youth Center. E. Goldberg? Ethan G?
Yes?
You're the chief rabbi here at Beth Tikva?
I do carry that honor. So, what can I do for you, Mr.
Rabbi, actually. Rabbi Stone.
Well, fancy that. I can always spare time for a fellow rabbi. What brings you to our humble synagogue?
Humble. Das riesige Buntglasfenster. Very, very humble.
Do you know Mr. Jack Lauder?
Should I know Mr. Jack Lauder?
Don't you think you should know Jack Lauder?
Why do you think so?
Wasn't he a member of your congregation?
Was he?
Don't you know your own congregation?
Am I expected to know everybody?
Well,
Amos broke out into an angelic smile.
Are you finished?
I guess.
Wonderful.
He was a member of your congregation. He died a few days ago.
That's right. The funeral service was yesterday. I honestly don't know where my head is these days.
You conducted the ceremony?
Yes, his wife insisted on it.
Did she now?
If I may ask, what is your interest in Mr. Lauder?
Aren't all matters of our flock our concern?
Well, not every matter, but still, we do what we can, don't we?
Is there anything you can tell me about Mr. Lauder?
I'm afraid not, Rabbi Stone. My congregation is rather large, and Mr. Lauder seldom attended services. I'm sure I don't need to tell you what that's like.
You certainly don't.
Alter, ist das mies.
Are you familiar with an Ethan G?
Ethan G? Is that his name?
Just an initial as far as I know.
Ah, well, nothing leaps to mind, I'm afraid.
Does the name Joe DeMarco mean anything to you?
DeMarco?
Yes.
Sounds Italian. Other than that, it means nothing. Sorry.
Well,
Good night to you, Rabbi Zelig.
Good night to you, Rabbi Stone.
you didn't tell us anything. A tasteful podium of lacquered oak. It looked brand new and smelled of recent polish.
Meh. I've seen better.
My God, are you a bitter man? Aber wir wissen, es gibt einen Ethan G und einen E. Goldberg. Gucken wir doch mal, ob wir einen Ethan Goldberg finden. Oh! With a warm rush of triumph, I knew I found my man. Ethan Goldberg of Beth Tikva was found dead last night in a Murray Hill alleyway outside Paddy O'Hare's pub, the victim of an apparent mugging. We at RavNet express our sympathies to Ethan's friends and family. Ist doch so, Joe DiMarco. Dieser DiMarco, nein, DeMarco. Oh, Joe DiMarco resulted in over 10,000 results. Please narrow your search. Yay. Na dann. Wir haben eine neue Location, gehen wir doch da erstmal hin. It wasn't the kind of graffiti with artistic merit. It was just some sleazy graffiti in the grimy alleyway. Bahnhof? Da ist der Eingang der Bar. Well, guess what? Die kennen wir doch. The woman seemed to be having an animated conversation with someone who wasn't there. Welcome to New York. A poster advertising the latest rock craze adorns the wall. Some old faded photographs were tacked to the wall. A large selection of wines and spirits lay on the shelves. Well, what do you expect? The jukebox sported a large sign that read, "Out of order."
Excuse me.
The bartender glared at me with vague disinterest.
I'm looking for information on Ethan Goldberg. He was killed outside of this bar.
The bartender
Do
shrugged.
you know anything about it?
He gave me a glare that told me everything I needed to know about asking more questions. Na gut, aber... Ja? Dann werden wir hier wohl erstmal nicht schlauer. Gehen wir erstmal zur Residenz der Familie Liza. Nee,
Mrs. Lauder.
Oh, it's you. Come on in.
You, come on in.
Have you ever heard of the name Joe DiMarco?
Joe? Joe. Yes, I've heard of Joe. He was one of our first investors.
He invested in Charming?
Yes.
Why did you need an investor?
Well, we didn't have much money to start the business with. All the banks saw us as a poor risk. So we needed independent investors.
Have you ever met Joe?
Jack handled the money stuff. Although I know Jack didn't like him.
Why not?
He didn't say, he just didn't like him. But we were desperate, so we had no choice.
How did they meet each other?
I think they were introduced. At the temple of all places.
At Temple? So Joe DiMarco is Jewish?
Maybe. Why?
DiMarco is not a very Jewish name.
And that's important to you, is it?
Not to me, no. But it's certainly significant. Do you know an Ethan Goldberg?
Oh, Ethan Goldberg. Yeah, I know him.
Who is he?
An accountant. We used him to handle taxes and complicated documents for the business. Not full-time, just on a consultant basis. Wait, is he involved in this?
Not anymore. He's dead.
What? Since when?
About a week or two ago. Murdered.
My God! What is happening?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Interesting.
I'm going to leave now. I'll see what else I can discover.
Thanks, I guess.
Ja, ich rate auch mal Dankeschön. Bis hier, ja.
Yes?
I was hoping you could tell me something about Ethan Goldberg. I know he used to work here.
Ethan? Oh, what a tragedy. That man did wonders for this community. It's a shame what happened to him.
You know about his death?
Of course, I conducted the funeral service myself.
I recently found out that Ethan Goldberg and Jack Lauder did business together.
Really? I'm not surprised. Ethan offered his services to many people. He was a whiz with a netting machine. So I heard.
Does the name... Yes.
Sounds other than...
Do you know anything about Ethan G. meeting up with...
In all honesty, I have no idea who Joe DeMarco is. So I'm afraid the answer is no.
Did a Joe DeMarco ever belong to this temple?
DeMarco... That's hardly a Jewish name.
I know.
Although it's difficult to say. As I told you, it's difficult to keep track of individual congregation members.
He was an investor in Jack Lauder's company. Does that mean anything to you?
I don't know. Should it?
No, I suppose not. Doesn't any of this strike you as odd?
Should it?
Two Jewish men, both in business together and both belonging to the same synagogue, are killed within 2 weeks of each other. A third man, who may or may not be Jewish, is nowhere to be found. There are only two connections between these three men. One is Jack's business, the other is this synagogue.
Rabbi Stone, I hope you're not suggesting anything...
I'm not.
Let me finish. People all over the world use religious communities to network and conduct business. This is nothing new. You know this, Rabbi Stone. If there is a connection, it has to do with their business dealings and nothing to do with Beth Tikva. I won't stand for our reputation being tarnished. Do I make myself clear?
As crystal.
I'm glad we understand each other. Now, if you'll excuse me, it is rather late.
I understand. I'll see myself out.
Wait, let me give you my card. Feel free to email me if you have any more questions.
Rabbi Amos Selig Best Tikva. RabbiZ@ravnet.com. Carol Dodger. Okay, sind noch Frauen, die wir nicht als Haustier betrachtet haben. Mazel Tov. Welcome to Raffnet, New York, the newest way to bring Jews to bla bla. Die E-Mail kennen wir tatsächlich schon. Hello, Rabbi Zelig. So you finally joined the 21st century, eh? It's about time. Mazel Tov, etc. Just wanted to congratulate you on another hair-raising sermon today. Everyone was glued to their seat. See you next Friday. Jeff Kotok. Dear Rabbi Zelig, my name is Jared from the Jewish Weekly. I have heard of your recent philanthropic activities and was wondering if you'd consent to an interview. Feel free to contact me anytime. Jared. And for your network protection needs, contact Tomo. Rabbi Zelig, just got back home. Thanks for giving me a tour of your temple. It's interesting to see how things are done in the big city. Your sermon was, as always, awe-inspiring. You are right. Times have changed since the Bible times, but people sure haven't. Thanks again, Amos. Be sure to look me up next time you're in our neck of the woods. David Small. Rabbi, I'm a bit concerned about this investor you set Jack up with. Can you tell me what you know about him? Seriously. Der Typ hat uns die ganze Zeit angelogen. Yo, Rabbi, thanks for the kiss text. Happy work to be of service. Tim. Rabbi Zelig, I appreciate that you took the time to help us out. We were cash poor and in serious need of help. But I can't help but be concerned. Are you sure this investor is on the up and up? He has money, certainly, but the man gives me the serious creeps. We need the money, so we will accept his money for now, but I was hoping you could tell me more about it. Thanks. Jack. Mein Wasser, hier ist mein Wasser. Amos, if that Goldberg character has been making waves, you know what to do. Oh, got your message. Ethan's been giving me trouble, so that's not a problem. I'll get in touch when I chat with him. Joe. Rabbi, I just wanted to write and tell you how excellent your service was. My friend dragged me on Friday, even though I don't usually do the temple thing. I've already signed up. You've got a new member. I'll be going to your temple from now on. I'm already looking forward to next Friday. See you then. Jennifer Sandman. Thank you, Rabbi Zelig, for the lovely service you performed for my husband Ethan. Your kind words and wonderful anecdotes put everyone at ease, especially me. As you know, Ethan worked very hard for the Jewish community and to a lesser extent, Beth Tikva, and I'm sure he's very happy to know his work was appreciated. Thank you again, Rabbi Zelig. I will see you bright and early Friday night. Alison Goldberg. Rabbi, the police are asking me about Ethan. I told them who he was meeting, but they say it's not important. Not important? How can this not be important? Rabbi, why aren't you doing something? I'm sure he has something to do with this. What have you gotten us mixed up in? Jack. Rabbi Zelig, thank you for answering my questions. The article will appear next week. Rosangela. Calm down. Ethan is dead. I fear for my life. Your so-called investor is demanding more interest and is threatening me and my wife. You tell me to calm down? How could you do this? How could you get us involved with a creep like that? Don't tell me you're not involved. When I think of you looking all holy and pious during Ethan's funeral service, I want to throw up. I can't even tell my wife I'm so ashamed of myself. To think I was so blinded by greed that I couldn't see beneath the surface. I was better off with Stone. He was pig-headed and arrogant. At least you know where you stood. Watch your back, Rabbi. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Don't think this is over. You call yourself a Jew? Jack. Ooh. You're certainly keeping me busy. I got your message. I'll let you know when it's done. Joe. Rabbi Selig, I am not Jewish myself, but Jack was very devout, and I felt I owed it to him to give him a proper Jewish funeral. Thank you so much for your help and for answering all my questions. I'm sure Jack would have appreciated the effort and care you put into the service. Yeah, sure. I'm going to try to prepare a proper Shiva. You are welcome to come by to pay your respects. Thanks again. Ray Shri Lauder. Wow.
Ich muss dir sagen, ich mag die Musik irgendwie.
Ja. Also so wie es aussieht, hat dieser Joe DiMarco nicht nur Geld verliehen, sondern auch im Auftrag von Rabbi Selig Leute umgebracht.
Mrs. Lauder.
Oh, it's you. Come on in.
Do you know anything about Ethan?
I'm afraid if they met, I'm sure it had something. Ethan was our accountant and Joe was our primary investor, although I have no idea what they...
You really
I told...
Okay, ich
I'm going to leave.
glaube,
I'll see what...
Thanks.
hier kommen wir nicht weiter. Ich glaube auch nicht, dass wir in der Fashion-Dings weiterkommen. Also gehen wir nochmal in die Bar. Da war ja beim letzten Mal nichts.
Evening.
Yeah?
Nice night.
Whatever.
So what's your name?
Look, could you leave me alone?
Hey, looked like this was the type of place where people didn't want to be bothered.
Do you know a Joe DiMarco?
Sure I do. That's my name.
Really?
Yeah. What of it?
You're a hard guy to track down.
Well, yippee. You found me. What do you want?
Are you Jewish, Mr. DiMarco?
Huh? No. What the hell is
Ich muss dir
Jewish?
sagen. Ach, das ist der Typ an der Bar. Ich wollte gerade sagen, der Typ am Tresen, der sieht doch schon aus, als hätte er eine Glatze.
His ignorance was either fake or genuine. Either way, I had my answer.
Never mind. What's your beef with Ethan Goldberg?
Never heard of him.
Your name appears in connection with his.
Lots of Ethan Goldbergs. Lots of Joe DeMarcos.
Also mal wieder
Both are
richtig
common
dick genommen.
names. You got nothing. So leave me alone.
Ethan was killed just outside of this bar.
Coincidence.
Oh, mir hängt das
You still got nothing.
Bitte?
Bei mir hängt der Stream.
Ah, bei mir hing er vorhin auch ständig.
Do you know Rabbi Zelig?
What's a rabbi?
Is he being serious? His true intentions were hidden behind those dull, glassy eyes. A ruse, or plain ignorance, it was impossible to tell.
His full name is Amos Zelig.
Nope. Sorry.
What's your connection with Jack Lauder?
Don't know him.
Sure you do. He wrote you a number of checks.
Whoever he wrote them to, it wasn't me.
Your name is on the checks.
Then it's some other Joe DeMarco. Get out of here.
Your name comes up yet again, Mr. DeMarco. This time in several emails addressed to Rabbi Zelig.
So,
What's the deal?
it wasn't me. It was another Joe.
Can it? Sing another tune, because I'm sick of the old one. It's enough evidence to book you if I choose to go to the police. So are you gonna tell me what's going on?
Jody Merco gave me the once-over. His dull, pale eyes explored my face. He knitted his eyebrows as if doing some internal calculations, and then finally nodded.
Fine. You want to talk? Let's talk. But not here. Follow me. Come on, Rabbi. We'll have more privacy down here.
Yes, because nothing bad ever came from following a known killer into a subway station.
You've pissed off the wrong people, Rabbi. I had no problem with you, but now I gotta kill you.
I see. You're an assassin.
I had a feeling you were smart. Your people are in this
Ich
very,
hätte erwartet,
very
dass genau
deep,
das hier passiert.
My people? You mean the Jews?
a very cozy operation.
What sort of operation was this?
Don't think I'll be doing that. Professional courtesy. Say goodbye.
You think I'll go so easily?
Don't make me laugh, old man.
Do you really think you'll get away with this?
I've been getting away with this since I was 12 years old.
How does a 12-year-old commit murder?
Same as anyone. Someone asked me to, so I did.
Do you do everything people ask you to?
If the price is right.
What happened to you? Why are you so angry?
Stop asking me these stupid questions. I am what I am, all right?
Why are you being so defensive?
I am not being defensive.
Are you hiding from something?
What? No. What the hell are you talking about?
Are you hiding behind that knife?
Well, no.
Care to prove it?
What?
Go on. You don't need the knife? Prove it. Or are you nothing but a nebbish?
You son of a bitch. I don't need a knife to take your sorry ass. Old man, you're funny. You think your God's going to help you out of this?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. But my 4 years on the B'nai B'rith Yeshiva High School boxing team will even the odds.
What the hell, man?
Perhaps you didn't hear me the first time. Now, do I have your attention?
Let me go, man.
You have two choices. You can answer my questions, or I throw you onto the tracks.
What? You're crazy.
Am I? Train's coming. Make your choice.
Fine.
Who sent you? Answer.
Geistlicher Mann.
Zelig?
Bester
He's hooked in
Geistlicher.
deep with the mafioso. Did you know that? He'd find struggling businessmen like your friends Jack and Ethan, and then hook them up with investors.
Investors?
Mafia investors.
He got them involved with the mob?
Yes. He got them in debt so deep they needed a tractor to pull them out. When they refused to pay, I was called in to take care of them.
So you killed Jack Lauder and Ethan Goldberg?
Yes.
I see. Well, one question remains. What should I do with you?
Just let me go.
Well...
Und ich denke, das ist mal eine Frage auch an den Stream. Show mercy, don't show mercy. Blueberry, was meinst du? Blueberry?
Das ist eine Geistliche über... Hörst du mich?
Ja, ich höre dich.
Weil wir der krasseste Geistliche überhaupt sind, schauen wir natürlich Mercy. Nur um unsere Krassness zu beweisen. Das überhaupt, aber ja.
Gut.
Schließlich können wir nicht shooten, wir haben keine Knarre.
Stimmt. The train clattered off into the flickering distance and Jody Merco remained unconscious but alive.
Perhaps you still have some purpose to fill. I've done all I can. I've shown mercy. The rest is up to God.
Cold, sullen quiet radiated from the wooden panels of the door. Call it intuition, call it boldness.